Hi everybody. So when I asked the other week about what videos you'd like to see, planner videos came up very highly. And I guess that's because in some ways it's where this YouTube channel started and still is. I still pretend to be a planner. No, I still very much am into my planners. And so the trouble is, I've been doing YouTube like a very long time, and so sometimes I struggle to think like what content that I could do that's different, which is silly, like different, not different in terms of like different compared to what other people are doing. I mean different in terms of content that I haven't done before, which is, I know it's quite silly really, because there's new people come and go and all that kind of stuff, and you know, refresh it. Anywho, so I wasn't really sure, like when people said like planner videos, I wasn't really sure, and then I thought, well, I'll just talk a little bit about the planner that I'm using and how I plan. So yeah, I don't know if that's something that like you're interested in, but you know, some people just, if you're like me, you just like hearing about planners, talking about planners, looking at planners, that kind of stuff. So the planner that I'm in, and I'm going to be in this all year, because long gone are the days where I used to regularly change planners. When it's really funny because like when I'm in my traveller's notebook, I do really enjoy it, but then I often pang for some of my Filofaxes, because I've got some beautiful ones, some modern ones. But and I love the Filofaxes, like the rings of my couple of moderns, and I've got a red Finsbury, like Christmassy. So I do love them, but then when I'm in the rings, I can't stand the rings. And it's funny because I used to be very, years ago, I used to be very, very anti traveller's notebooks. And I was all about the rings. But now, yeah, I can't stand the rings. I really hate that the rings get in the way when you're writing. When you're writing on the left-hand side, because I'm right-handed, you know, your hand like bashes against the rings and that does my head in. But I do still really like the planners, so I'm not getting rid of them because there's no way that I'd be able to afford to buy them again. And they don't, like planners used to sell for quite a lot of money. They used to be quite a good second-hand market, but there isn't so much anymore, I don't think. I mean, I kind of do keep an eye on what's sort of going on in the planner de-stash group on Facebook, but yeah, so I kind of, yeah, one of them, my Oak Morden, I was given as a present, and my Kingfisher Blue I was given from Filofax, their PR department, as to do a video on and stuff. But yeah, and I know some people do convert their ring planners to traveller's notebooks. I'm just not sure that I'm brave enough. I'm not sure that I'm brave enough to be able to do that, you know, so I don't. So I'm back in my traveller's notebook, and this is a B6 size, and this is from Archive Journals. I was given this many years ago to share with you, to do like an unboxing and Instagram posts and stuff. It's well and truly been used. You can see it's been bashed, it's been knocked, it's got marks all over it. That's all good, it's all gravy. It has got something weird there, can you see that? And I don't know what that is. And I've been slowly kind of like chipping away at it to get it off. We did have an issue. So in our room we've got cupboards, and they're against the outer wall, and we did have an issue at the back of that cupboard with a load of damp and cold and mould, and unfortunately that was where some of my planners were stored in this. So I think that might be some sort of mould that's going on there, but I've been slowly every now and then working away at getting rid of it, like either with I've been using like a flannel or baby wipes and things like that. But yeah, it's all sort of lumpy and crusty. So I'm slowly working away at that. So yeah, it's all good. So in here, loose at the moment, because it's not in the strings, is my little journal. This doesn't get used all that much, if I'm honest, but it's a really handy size just to pull out if I'm going somewhere and I want to take a journal with me. I don't really take my planner out. I don't really take this all together out of the house particularly. I do if we're going on holiday, because it's, I don't know why, but it always seems to be whenever we're on holiday, I made this mistake before, things seem to pop up and you need to check the diary for. So it's not that I'm thinking of, oh, what we're going to do next week or whatever. It's just that things seem to pop up, like events or whatever, and you need to check the diary. So I only really take this out of the house when I go on holiday. I don't, if I go to the doctors or anything, I very rarely need to book like a follow-up appointment, and the doctors I just sort of book online or on the phone. So, things like that. I don't really need to take a planner out of the house. So I usually just slip this little beauty out if I need to, if I want to take it out anywhere. Like I did a little sketch when we went to the Oxford Natural History Museum. I did some bit of study when, I do a few bits and pieces. Shoved in the back, I have currently just another little notebook, a plain one. And again, I only shoved that in there to take on when we went to Oxford the other weekend. And I haven't taken it back out again, just so that I'd got some paper that wasn't necessarily a journal that I wanted to kind of keep as nice journal stuff. Not a planner, I know, right? Just something where I can jot some notes down if anything cropped up, or thoughts or ideas or anything. You know what it's like. You're paper people, you know what it's like. But it didn't, so it's still blank. Excuse me. So I might leave that in, just because, as I say, I've got the space for it. I've got room on the strings, and yeah, because I don't take my planner out of the house, it doesn't really matter how heavy or bulky it gets. Just got a couple of pockets there with some few stickers in there. A dashboard that I made, not a dashboard, a vision board that I made. Oh my goodness, sorry, I got brass tacks slipping down. Oh, a UK Planner Addicts Big Meet, pre-pandemic. I can't even remember when we made, there was a workshop by the company who sold all this stuff. A UK company, can't think of it is now, so that's really good for them, isn't it? So yeah, there's a vision board in there, so I still keep that. I still keep that in the pocket. And my back pocket, well, I've just got a photo and my COVID vaccine slips, because I didn't really know where to put that. I've got a pencil shoved in between. So this is where we're going to come on to the how I plan section. So I've just got a little dashboardy thing that I made there. And the reason I made that is so that I could put a pen loop on there. Was that an Erin Condren or a Leuchtturn? I can't remember now. But yeah, just stuck a pen loop on there. But I actually very rarely have a pen. I usually do everything in pencil. So yeah, anyway, so that's the dashy board there, little trolls, because if you followed me for a while, you know that I love my trolls. And then we have got the planner insert, which I'm going to take out because everything is just sort of flapping around and it gets difficult. And if I did need to take my planner out of the house, which, as I say, I very rarely need to do, I can obviously just take this out and away we go. So it's a B6, as I said. It's one that I made myself. The inserts are ones that I designed, and we sort of do sell them on the shop and sort of don't. So if you are interested in these and do want some, then email me or John, mail@mrsbrimbles.co.uk, and we will sort you out. We'll tell you the prices and all the options and all that kind of stuff. The reason they are not up on general sale on Etsy is because they are a bit of a pain and they take quite a long time to print and make. But also, so I have got the whole year in here because I hate only having 3 months at a time. But the problem with that is when you've got a whole year, you do end up with a little bit, can you see that? It's oh, wrong way, there you go. Can you see that? It's like a pointed shape, sort of overhangs. And we had some, even though it was on the listing, we had some bad reviews about that. So we took them down because yeah, they take a long time to print, which was really good when we had loads of orders and stuff. It's good to have orders, don't get me wrong, because we need to make a living. But then they take a very long time and it sort of holds up all the order processes. So yeah, that and the crippling fees on Etsy. So we took them down, but we are still really happy to sell them if anyone is interested in them. So if you are, just email. You could choose your cover. Basically, any of the scrapbook papers that I design, you can have as your cover. Now, I use a lot of like the Oops printing ones I use for my stuff. But so I got an eggs. One of my collection is eggs. And then I just like got some random stickers. This one I got from Scotland's Planner Meet. This one my friend gave me, the Care Bears. This one, I can't remember. I have a feeling that was Scotland Planner Meet as well. That was my friend. This one, my daughter designed, this owl, and they're up in her Etsy shop. And then this is one of my die cuts. Mixtape, it's got A on it. So I was like, A for Anna, and then I just put the date on there. So I plan everything in pencil, okay? Everything in pencil. Oh, I didn't even look to see whether there was anything check confidential on there. There is not. So everything gets planned in pencil. I write everything in pencil. And that is because things chop and change and move around, you know. Like here, look at all these different times, like things have been switched out, crossed out, all that kind of stuff. So I do not put any stickers on my pages in advance unless it's something like a birthday that is never going to move, or an anniversary, or you know, something like that, you know. So everything is just in pencil, in it goes. And this is real. As I say, I haven't like really changed anything. I'm just sort of covering up a little bit because some of the things have got locations on and I don't really want to tell you where I'm going to be for like security of my kids and all that. So yeah, so as you can see, everything throughout my planner is just, you probably can't see some of that because of the pencil. It's just, everything is penciled in because I am quite a scrappy, not a scrappy planner, but what's the word? What's the word, hummingbird? I like to just like, I'm often like just grabbing and going, writing notes in it, or like I'm booking things quickly around the kids and home and all that kind of stuff. So everything just literally, pencil gets picked up, gets written in in any way, shape or form. And also Mr. B is, John is free to write anything in here that he wants to write in here. He booked our car in for the MOT, which is coming up, so he's just written it in here. This is the family diary, family planner. We don't have a wall calendar up or anything like that. This is it. This is the hub. This is the main hub. So if it ain't in here, no one knows about it, you know. So it's not precious, it's not private, it's somewhere around the house. It's either on the breakfast bar in the kitchen or on my desk upstairs. And I mean, I say anyone could look at it. It's really just me and John because the kids are sort of too interested. They just magically turn up at things, you know. So yeah, that is how I forward plan. So let me show you a fairly empty week in the future, so I can really show you in depth kind of thing. Right, here we go. So here we go. So I first designed these inserts because I wanted like the boxes, because at the time there were so many people like with a pretty, you know, like the Erin Condren style boxes, and loads of people were making like pretty box stickers, and I had serious FOMO, so I wanted that. So that is how this kind of came about. So I've got this week, and it's just sort of blank. So in there, I usually put any to-dos for the week that are to do with like our home life, anything like that. And then we've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday over here. So the main crux of the week. The weekend is here, Saturday and Sunday. And I like the weekend being sort of separate on their own so we can kind of see what's going on. I have another space here. Now, very often this just ends up with a pretty sticker in it. But sometimes I use it as a to-do list. But if it becomes a to-do list, unless this one is full over here, this one usually is for things at the weekend. So like the other weekend, we changed the winter decor over to spring decor. So I put in here spring decor because I wanted to do that at the weekend. And then I have a big box down here. Now that is usually my work to-do list. So as you guys know, I have the Etsy shop and my online shops for selling all the stuff I design, all the stickers and the scrapbooky things and all that kind of stuff. So stuff in there. Then I have my Patreon, so I do an adults video, art video a month, and I do a children's art lesson a month, so that goes in there. I also design stickers for Lisa at the Lollipop Box Club. I can never say that. Lollipop Box Club as well, so that goes in there. And then anything else I need to do. I'm trying really hard to do more and more reels and things on social media. Trying so hard to be seen. So that all goes in there, all work stuff goes in there. Some people I know who've bought my inserts before, they've used this area for like journaling, you know, so it's really blank, you know, and I could change it at any time, you know, I could totally change it up. I could totally put like my work to-do list in here and then make that journal or notes or whatever, you know, and, you know, I could just obviously change that on a weekly basis. Doesn't really matter, nothing's set in stone, obviously. And then I just have a clip here. So past weeks, I tend to just clip together, so they're kind of out of the way. And then once the week is done, usually on a Sunday, although I have missed the last couple of Sundays because we were away. It was my birthday weekend and we went to Oxford and had a lovely weekend. So nice in Oxford. I want to go back. Yeah, and then last weekend I was just a bit tired on the Sunday and I really couldn't be bothered. But normally on a Sunday at some point, I look at my diary and I kind of have like some time, have a cup of tea, and I have some sort of time with the diary and I think, right, what have we got going on next week? And I'll look at what's going on that week and then I'll sort of, from that, so I kind of like get it clear in my head, right, we're doing that on Monday, that on Tuesday, blah, 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 blah. Or if we've not got anything, I'll think, right, okay, perhaps I'll take the kids to the park or perhaps I'll take the kids to the library, and I pop that in the diary so that I remember, because my memory is awful. Yeah, so that I remember to kind of do those things or what have you. And then I kind of also think of a to-do list. So like, right, what have we got going on next week? Have I got any printing that I've got to do for home ed? Have I got any home ed printing I need to do? Anything extraordinary around the house that needs doing? I don't know, maybe I want to sort out that cupboard or anything like that. It all goes down. And that's what I usually do on a Sunday. And then after I've done the week going forward, I then put stickers in my diary. So occasionally, if I've got time throughout the week, once a day has gone, I will put some stickers on. I never, as I said, other than like a birthday or something like that, I never put stickers in my planner in advance, because I don't know what's coming up. And say, like here, for example, I worked on that Monday, and so our work has changed here. So yeah, it's complicated. It's complicated, but I now have sort of Mondays available to me to work as well as Fridays if the need arises. If not, John works. So like I wouldn't want to put like this massive sticker here, this decorative sticker here in advance with work on it, because it might change. Like I might not work that day, or, you know, I don't want to like say like here I put like a massive good vibe sticker. I wouldn't want to put like a sticker on and then plans change or something needs doing or whatever, and then I don't have any room for stickers. So I always do stickers after the event, and I keep my plans. I never used to. I always used to be like, in the early days, I'd be like, well, I don't keep my diary inserts, but now I do. Now I keep my diary inserts because like they're a really good memory keeping thing. I don't always have the time, the energy, shall we say, the energy or the inclination. I have the time, let's face it, I have the time. And if you've seen my other videos recently, you'll know that I'm doing lots of things of an evening for myself. So I have the time. I don't always have the energy or the inclination to sort of do journaling and stuff. So keeping my diary inserts now is a really good way of memory keeping. So like the kids know, I'm going to say Oxford again because that's just so recent. So the kid, like, you know, the older, we know when we went to Oxford, and the kids know and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I always sticker after the event has happened. As I say, I usually do the whole week in one go, and I'll like pull out a sticker collection. I normally get the latest stickers that we are in the shop, just because like I do, but I tend to just scrounge around and see if there's any oops stickers or whatever. I try and use a kit because I'm trying to take videos or photos for social media to promote that kit, because obviously that's what I do as a job and I need to make money. But I also know that I'm not very good at social media. I'm not very good at selling, and I need to get better at that. So yeah, occasionally I will, you know, in the main, I will sticker up my planner once a week at the end of the week. But occasionally I will do it as a go, like once a day or two has come to an end. No stickers that week. Once it's come to, oh, no stickers that week either. Once like the day has come, or day or two have come to an end, then I'll put some stickers in, you know. That one is a hodgepodge. There's some more of my daughter's little owly stickers. Let's see. Not that far into the year actually to show you. So you may have seen some of these pages already on either TikTok or Instagram or my YouTube shorts, because as I say, I'm trying so hard this year to post more, but it's hard. There we go, there's another one. But it is super hard. It's really hard to be seen on social media. Here we go. So yeah, you've probably seen some of these. I think I've posted all of these on my social media. So that's how planning works for me. That is my planner setup, the planner that I'm in, my planner setup, and how I plan. And it really works. Really works for me, and I enjoy it and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I hope you have found that interesting. I know I enjoy learning about planners and how people plan and all that stuff. If you are a home educator, I do have another YouTube channel called The Whimsical Cloud, and I have got some planning videos for that coming up soon, because how I plan for our home ed, our homeschool, if you prefer, if you're in America. I know Americans I believe use homeschool rather than home education. So if you're interested in any of that, check out my Whimsical Cloud YouTube channel, because I've got one coming up soon. I can't remember, I filmed it, but I can't remember when it's coming up. Anywho, hope you've enjoyed. Bye.